Awesome. Okay, I think we're live, Allison. I'm just going
Yay.
to host a watch party on my page and on my business page while I'm doing this. Start watch party. All right. Isn't this fun? Technology is fun. When it doesn't work, though, it's not that fun.
I know when it does, you're like,
When it does, it's awesome. But when
technology
it doesn't,
gods. I know.
especially now, we're completely stuck. So I want to introduce you guys to my friend, my mentor, my coach, a person that has a big, big heart and just gives to her mentees every single day. Allison Maslan. So Allison is
Aw.
in San Diego, California. She is just a wonderful person. She always looks beautiful. I don't know what's going on because I know that her husband colored her hair, so maybe he's getting a new job also. But anyway, Allison, thank you for being here. I wanted to chat with you about what's going on with everything you're doing to help business owners and pivoting. And my group is called Pivot or Perish, and you're doing an amazing pivot or scale event with some awesome speakers, like, I mean, awesome speakers that I would never have, I wouldn't miss it for the world. So why don't you share a little bit about what's going on and how we can survive and thrive in this economy?
Well, thanks, Lauren. I always love connecting with you, and thanks for having me in your awesome group
Thank
of
you.
business owners. And I know that business owners right now are kind of feeling a sense of camaraderie of like, okay, what are we going to do to support one another? How can we get through this time, not just survive, but thrive? And who are we going to be on the other side of this? And there's, you're so great, Lauren, with helping everybody with the PPP and, all of these things.
All of the acronyms.
All of that, which we never heard of before. And my focus, so our company is called Pinnacle Global Network, and we mentor business owners around the world. And so we have been, in the trenches, really working with these business owners so quickly and swiftly to pivot. And I know that's such a big word these days, but basically, really what it means is figure it out. Let's figure out how the heck we reach our business owners in a new way and also serve them in a new way, serve our customers in a new way. Like, what is it that they need right now and how can we serve them? But is this also then a revenue stream we can carry beyond this time? Because businesses are always needing to pivot, be flexible, change with the market, change with the needs. And if we stay stuck and do it the same way we've always done it and just hope that things are going to go back to the way they were, then, there's a really good chance you won't have your business anymore.
That's right. Yeah, we have to change because there's no normal. There's no going back to whatever it was. Whatever it was is not going to be what it's going to be. And I think that what your sweet spot has always been is being able to envision the future and help business owners to accomplish their goals and get there. And I mean, the most amazing thing for me, having been a part of your world for, a good few years now, is that you always step up and step out and step into that leader role. And that's what's so important. And I think that you also enhance the ability of your tribe to do the same because you support us in our challenges and our accomplishments. And right now, everybody has a challenge. And you hit on such a good point, because one of the things I keep saying when I'm doing these webinars is, even if you have a very successful online business, you still have to change how you run it because your customers have different needs. So you have to change the way you talk to them. So even if your business is thriving, not everybody's is, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's really just about you know, you need to give more now. We need
Yeah.
to give more value. Your customers need you. They want to know that you care about them. And what are some revenue streams that you can create right now that can suit their needs? So I'll give you just some examples. I think that's a good way of doing it with
Awesome.
some of our business owners that we've been supporting. For instance, Jamie and Steve Geffner, who I think that you know,
Of
they
course,
have a
I've been with them for years. I was there when they had their baby who's now 1. Yep.
yeah, so they have a video production company. Obviously, that's something you normally do in
In
person.
person, right.
And they're super talented. She worked with Dr. Phil for 5 years. He was with Frasier, the show. And so what they've done is created a done with you service, you know, instead of a done for you or do it yourself. We all need to do video. We need to do it on a regular basis. But sometimes we just don't do it, and we need someone to hold us accountable. So they actually will get on with you on Zoom while you shoot video. They will instruct you, coach you, hold you accountable, and then you send them the video and then they will edit it. So just because of this has kind of forced them to create this new product that people are loving and excited about it, and something they will have beyond.
Right.
We have another
It's evergreen.
client, Melissa Flagstaff. I don't know if you know her, but she runs a company called US Lighting.
Okay.
And she is in the LA area, and they do UV lighting. And so they have created some technology that actually kills viruses with the UV lighting. So
Yeah.
now they're testing this with cruise lines and
Awesome.
you know, some other big companies. Now, this is something that they will have as a revenue stream beyond this.
Right. Right.
So, so these are just a few of examples. There's so many more, but it's the cool thing when you think this way, Lauren, is that not only does it set you up to, you know, continue doing business, is that you will have a much richer business on the other side.
For sure.
Because you're staying in tune with the times, but you're adding extra revenue streams. It's this new way for cash to come in.
Correct. Absolutely. And I think that anybody that isn't willing to think about the fact that they need revenue streams. I have a client, she's an event producer. Now, obviously, event producers are hugely impacted by this, hugely. The reality is, though, that events are different. Let's talk about your event in just 1 second. Events are different, but there are ways to be able to make money and build your tribe through this and beyond. And indeed, you know, it's interesting. We could be networking all day and all night, and sometimes the value or the quality of the networking online, even without the personal touch, is sometimes better, and certainly broader base, because we can talk. It's no different talking to you in San Diego or my friend down the street, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? So you can really broaden those horizons right now. But let's talk about the event business, which obviously, I mean, you draw your people, your tribe from events, and you've had to pivot, and you're doing this amazing event, which is a $5,000 value for $97. Allison, are you?
I know.
What's going on? Are you okay?
This won't happen again. This won't happen again. Well, here's the thing. We love events. We had 8 events, actually 10 events canceled this year. We did one of them just in time. And so, you know, we're pivoting along with everybody else, you know, and my mission is to really help business owners to get out of their own way and scale their business. I mean, that's what my book, Scale or Fail, is all about. How do you multiply your growth beyond you? And so, you know, I don't want to just sit here and wait and be powerless. And so we have put together a 3-day virtual event. And I've been leading events in person for 10 years. But what's exciting about this is that it's totally accessible for anybody around the world. You don't need to get on an airplane.
Nope.
And we are going to spend 3 days building your roadmap to pivot. And then with the pivot, how do we multiply that And so you grow the business well beyond you. Because if you're the one delivering your product or service, you just can't scale. So we're going to have the most amazing experts on there, including Barbara Corcoran.
Who heard of Barbara Corcoran? I mean,
yeah, I love her. I've always been a raving fan of hers.
And she endorsed your amazing book.
She did. She did. And so, you know, when I was thinking about who did I want to feature on here, she came to mind first.
Yes.
And she is just the, you know, the perfect example of somebody that pivots. She has pivoted up and down, turned the downsides into upsides many times.
Yeah.
Creating $1 billion enterprise, starting with $1,000. And so she has so much to share. We also have John Assaraf, who was in The Secret.
Pretty big dude.
Yeah, he's incredible. Talking about mindset and the power of the brain, which we need to tap into now more than ever.
Yes, we do.
You know, and then just so many other business experts that are coming on. We'll have, you know, marketing strategies and sales strategies and team. I mean, it's not my typical event. It's
not.
Obviously going to be different.
But nothing's typical.
Nothing's typical. So it's super interactive. You know, we know that we got to keep you engaged and there's lots of distractions. So this is going to be fun. We're going to have dancing, of course. We'll have, you know, some cocktail parties and all kinds of fun stuff. So, but in the whole idea is creating community and connection. So you just don't have to go through this alone.
And Allison, one of the things I just the other day happened to be watching my testimonial from one of your amazing events. And in that testimonial, I was talking about just that, how you build a family. The Pinnacle Global Network is a family. A lot of my friends are from your family and our family. And it's a very important part of what you do, because you're not just doing it because you're doing it because you care. You're doing it because you're right there in the trenches with us. And I think that that's really so important. And also, I love the fact that you're willing to do this at such an amazing price that basically nobody should miss it. Like if, you know, $100, less than $100, and you can get in on the action, hear from Barbara Corcoran, Allison Maslan, John Assaraf, and so many others directly. It's amazing. And I'm very excited about it. I mean, and it's the perfect time also. It's from 12 to 6 Eastern. So for those of my friends in the Eastern time zone, which I'd say about half are, it's 12 to 6 and 9 to 3 Pacific, right? And is there a lunch hour, or is it right through like the 6 hours?
Yeah. So it's May 6th to the 8th, first of all, just so you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we are having a lunch break, but we're actually going to continue going during that time with Q&A with the team and all of that. So
tell me about your team. Sorry to interrupt, but tell me a little about your team.
Well, you know, so we have 12 now CEO mentors, and these are all very successful CEOs that have run multi-million-dollar companies. You know, together they've had thousands of employees. They have scaled businesses, they've sold businesses, and so they really have been in the trenches like you. And so they're going to be a big part of this event. And even though we are in different locales, well, we're all in San Diego, but we will all be virtual. You will feel the connectedness and the passion. This team, I will tell you, I already knew they were amazing, but going through this, they have just been there for our clients. I mean, almost daily.
Wow.
Lauren, it is just incredible. And I have not had to, you know, it's not like I've had to twist their arm. You know, they really care about these business owners. And, you know, so yeah, we are super excited. And by the way, the $97 gets you 2 people.
Oh my God.
So you get to bring somebody.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. That's even better.
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to make this really, we just wanted to support people through this. This is the way our give back. And, but it's going to be highly strategic. So if you keep hearing pivot, pivot, I get it, but I don't know what to do. Or if you already are pivoting and you're just ready to scale and meet other network with other business owners, because we'll have a lot of that, you know, breakout sessions and so forth.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Allison, you mentioned something. So obviously there's a lot of synergy between what I'm doing now and what you're doing. And I know we've talked about all the funding and stuff and the PPP and the EIDL and all this other stuff. And the
yes.
beautiful thing is that there's what Allison does so complements what I do. Like I'm basically going to get you the funding, get you ready, figure out how to use the funding and start your pivoting. And Allison's going to come in and provide through her team the coaching that's going to help not just with the foundational elements, but with the implementation elements, and also with a lot of the marketing and branding and all of the elements that I focus on. But Allison has the team to actually get it done with us. So it's a beautiful marriage. And
It is. And Lauren is the expert at all of the finance stuff. That is not my, you know, that's
or legal. I like the legal part too. And Allison's definitely, that's not, she's definitely the marketing, branding, personal care. Look at this lovely, you know, lovely lady. I seriously, I got to do my hair, but it's so heavy and thick right now. It won't even stay. So,
well, you
but
look beautiful, and you know, it's amazing that you can breathe underwater like that, Lauren.
I know, right? It's living in Florida. It's done wonders for me. Do you want me to switch to another background? No, anyway.
No,
the other day I
love
didn't even realize, it was so funny. I was on a Zoom call and I didn't realize my camera was on. So I'm switching the backgrounds. And that person was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know my camera was on." You know, there's a lot of Zoom. I don't know if you heard, but when I've been doing tons of webinars, as you know, and I did one for a bunch of immigration lawyers because I'm an immigration and corporate expert. And so I did one because we have special needs, special demands for our clients, because not only are there businesses at stake, but their whole viability of being in the US is at stake. So anyway, I'm doing this webinar, probably one of my first webinars about 3.5 weeks ago. And this is when kind of Zoom was way overtaxed. Okay. And I had Zoom bombers. Did you hear about this?
Oh,
Have you
yes.
heard about?
Yes, I have. Well, I haven't had one.
Thank God.
But I have heard. Yes.
It was awful. They came in, they started like saying these terrible things directed at me. And then they took over my screen. Thank God that they fixed that. It was awful. And the scary part is obviously our kids, my son, who's 9, is on virtual school. And they were like, "Oh, well, we have precautions in place." I'm like, "You can't have precautions against hackers. They work around the precautions, right?" But thank God, I think it's under control. But anyway, this is just, you know, it's not business as usual. My son comes in, he came in while we've been doing this interview to ask me if he could have his ice cream. Everybody knows there's nothing we can do, and we are in it together.
Yes,
and thank you
we
for
are.
being there and showing up. I can't wait to be a part of this amazing event, May 6th to 8th. Just like really, it's about 2 weeks away, right?
Yeah, not even a week and a half.
Not even 2 weeks. It's like
a week and a half. I know we're
Holy
putting this
mackerel.
together so quickly, but you know, we know that everybody's home and we want to be able to support you so that you can start thriving now and you will leave this so inspired. And I think, Lauren, you have the link.
I do.
You have a special
link. I put it in both my feeds. Yes.
Okay, awesome. And I'm excited to meet you guys and work with you and support you and get to know you. I'm excited you'll be there, Lauren.
I am too, and I'm excited that I don't have to come to San Diego, to be honest with you, because you know that's always a little challenging for me. I did it for many years and I loved it, but I'm excited about this virtual event. I love all of Allison's coaches and mentors. They're awesome. I will say that my life changed forever the day that I met this woman, and it was in Fort Lauderdale. She came to speak, and I don't even remember what you said, but she said something. I remember you said your dad had met Golda Meir. That was it.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, you did the slides and your dad met Golda Meir. And I'm like, her dad met Golda Meir? That is so cool. And I was like, that's it. I'm signing up. And actually this week on my social media post, there's going to be a Golda Meir, an amazing quote. So you'll have to watch for that because you'll appreciate it. It's about being a strong woman and taking people by the hand, which is what you do. So thank you for always being there, Allison. I love you. You know this. Say hi to Mike and all your dogs.
I
Gabby.
will. Thanks, Lauren. And for those of you watching now, I want you to remember that you were born for this.
Yeah.
You were made for this. You know, this is where you get to shine and be that creative, innovative, leader that you are. So
yeah, I think we all, if we have the capacity and the inkling, this is the time to step up and make sense out of this balagan, which is a big mess. Make sense out of this so that we can be the leaders that we were meant to be. Allison, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Lauren.
All right, sweetheart. Bye.
Bye.